thank you for joining me on the mat today. For today's practice, I recommend the use of one block, maybe two, and a blanket for if the knees are feeling a little sensitive. Today's practice, we're going to work our way through the family of poses conjoined to like warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So that external hip rotation, find expansion through the front of the chest, really root it down through the feet. So with no further ado, let's begin. We'll begin today's practice laying on our backs, scootling anything off the mat that shouldn't be there, like yogi, and arriving here. Slight tuck of the shoulders, slight tuck of the pelvis, and I invite you either to take the feet mat width apart, knees falling in, or we can come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together and letting the knees fall out. Again, if you have blocks, and you can pop blocks under the thighs here. And allowing yourself to arrive, bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. And gently closing down the eyes if that feels okay to do so. Allowing yourself to arrive in this here, now moment. The only moment that there actually is. Bring your awareness to the breath. Feeling how the body is being breathed here. Bringing your awareness to the methodic rise and fall of the belly. Checking in with how the body feels today. Noticing how your internal garden is. The mind chattering away, thinking about future or past or its job list. Just observing anything with detached curiosity. Allowing things to be just as they are. Feeling yourself supported here. The ground beneath your body has you held. As we begin to find movement in today's practice, I'd like us to remember Ahimsa, non-violence, non-harming. So to move in a range of motion, movement that is honouring and supporting where your body is at today. So moving with love, not force. Yoga should be challenging but not painful. So you take the variations, modifications that I will offer. Take rest when you need it. Honour you. When you're ready, just releasing the hands down by the side of the body. It may be helping those knees find the way back up to straight. Extending through that right leg, drawing the left knee in towards the chest. Finding integrity through the feet here. So flexing through the feet, toes drawing back towards the body. Breathe. If the sensation running down the right leg is too much, then just bend the right leg a little bit. Maybe taking a few ankle rolls with this left foot, one way and then the other. And releasing the right hand down to the right hip and just gently drawing the left hip out. Maybe finding movement here or stillness. Drawing the knee back to center, interlacing the fingers behind the back of the left thigh and extending the left foot high any amount. A gentle softness in that left knee is almost always welcome. Maybe pointing and flexing the toes of the left foot. Ready, you're bringing the left leg long, drawing that right knee in towards the chest now, taking it over to the other side. Notice how this side of the body can feel completely different to the other side. Taking ankle rolls with the right foot. And bringing the left hand to the left hip and gentle drawing that right foot, that right hip out to the side. Maybe pausing in any sticky spots. And drawing the right knee to center, extending that right leg high. And maybe pointing and flexing the right foot toes. Again, a gentle softness in that right knee is always welcome. You're just waking up the calves, the hamstrings here. Releasing the right knee in, drawing the left knee in to meet the right. Maybe rolling from side to side, massaging that lower back, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And finding stillness. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the thighs and we're going to come up to roll up. Taking a few rolls here. And then when you reach the top again, pausing in Navasana boat pose. You can lower the tippy toes down. Breathe. Drawing the shoulders back in the space. Core is on. Maybe we extend through the hands. Exhale, crossing the legs, rolling over the knees, finding tabletop, however you want to get there. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, setting up. So really spread through the fingers here. These are your connection points with the earth. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And arrive here. Taking a few cat-cow. So inhale, lower the belly, chest lifts, tailbone lifts, finding cow. Exhale, rounding through, push the earth away, chin to chest, tailbone tucks. Inhale for cow. Exhale, rounding through, press the earth away. 3 more with your own breath. Making these as slow and soothing as you like. Next, inhale, pause through neutral tabletop, extending through that left leg, coming onto the tippy toes, and maybe rocking back and forth here. Just waking up the back of the left leg. Finding stillness, cores engaged, floating the left foot off the earth, pressing through the left heel, toes drawing back towards the body. Find your balance. Either tenting up on the right hand or reach out long with the right. One long line of energy from the right fingertips all the way down to the left heel. Keeping that right shoulder drawing back and pressing away from the earth. Inhale, exhale, planting the hand, planting the left foot. Listen to the cues. You're going to swivel the right foot out towards the right hand side of the mat. Coming onto the knife edge of that left foot. Inhale, open the pelvis, open the chest to the side of the room, and maybe casting that left hand high. Coming into a variation of Vashisthasana here, side plank. Breathe. On the inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, bring that left hand down to left hip. Tent up on the right hand, press into left foot. I'm going to float that right hand high. And maybe glide the left hand down the left leg, arcing over any amount, coming into gate pose. Keeping the right shoulder drawing down. Breathing into the whole right hand side of the body here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Left hand meets the right. Left knee down as well, coming into tabletop. Taking any organic movements here that might feel good. So cat-cow again, or maybe some C-bend. So taking the gaze over the left shoulder and then the right. Fingers are spread wide. Finding neutral tabletop. So extending through that right foot this time, toes are tucked. Either finding stillness or rocking back and forth. Pausing. Either staying here or we're going to float the right foot off the floor, pressing through that right heel and toes are drawing back towards the body. Maybe tension up the left hand and extending the left hand long. Hold. Breathe. Press the earth away with that right hand. Feeling strong, stable and calm. Exhale, lowering that left hand down, right foot down. Listen to the cues, pivoting on the left foot. So taking the left foot out to the left hand side of the mat. Coming down to the knife edge of the right foot. Inhale, floating that right hand high. Coming into a variation of side plank on this side. Gaze can stay down or high. Breathe. Inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, bring that right hand to the right hip. Tenting up on the left hand. And then floating the body high. Reaching high with that left hand. And then the right hand can glide down the right leg and maybe arcing over towards the back of your mat. Coming into gate pose. Breathing into the whole of the left hand side of the body here. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the hands back down to the earth, returning to tabletop. Inhale for cow. Exhale, rounding through, press the earth away. Inhale, find cow. Exhale, rounding through. Finding stillness, big toes together. Knees can be either together or wide, sinking the tailbone down towards the heels, finding your child's pose today. If you find that your bottom can't quite reach the heels, invitation to use a block under the bottom here. And arms can be extended long or down by the sides of the waist. Or I invite you to take prayer position with the hands and letting the thumbs rest on the nape of the neck. Or maybe you create little potato fists with your hands to rest your forehead on. Reconnect with your breath here. With each inhale, letting the whole back side of the body expand, fill. And with each exhale, releasing everything that's no longer needed. Removing any props off to the side. Setting up for preparing for downward facing dog. So reaching the hands forward as far as possible, drawing your tailbone back. Inhale, rising onto the hands, knees are going to lift, and exhale, tailbone goes high and back, coming into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So press through the hands, outer arms wrapping in, gazes towards the feet, spine is long, and maybe bending the knees for this first downward dog of the day. So you can length through the arms and the spine. Maybe bending one leg and then the other. Wherever you are, finding stillness now. When you're ready, looking towards the hands, tippy-toe the feet towards the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands can be on blocks here or towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, press through the heels, arms go wide and high. Exhale, hands through heart center. Release the hands, finding Tadasana. So the feet are about hip distance apart, which is normally about 2 fists. Root down through the big toe mound, the little toe mound, the center of the heel. And just lift and lower the toes, spreading the toes wide on the lift. And lowering the toes back down to the floor, just waking up the inner arches of the feet here. Slight tuck of the tailbone, finding stillness through your foundation. Soften down the front ribs, broadness through the chest, and maybe the palms shine forward. And arrive, finding your inner mountain here. When you're ready, inhale, arms go wide and high. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Exhale, hands to the earth, big step back with that left foot. Gentle lower down with the knee. Bring the hands to the hips. So drawing that right hip back, left hip forward. Breathe. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. You can either stay here or we can take Kali Mudra here. The mudra for focus, concentration, the destructor of negative thoughts. So interlacing the fingers and then just leaving the 2 index fingers pointing up, creating a little yogi love pistol, let's call it that. Soften the shoulders down, away from the ears. Breathe. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, arcing over towards the right hand side. If this mudra isn't working for you, then just release the right hand down to the right knee and then gaze up that way or gaze down. Inhale, find center. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the earth. Exhale, re-straighten the right leg, sending the hips back, finding your Ardha Hanumanasana. Pressing through the right heel, drawing the toes back towards the body. Again, the hands come behind the earth, or we can rest the hands on blocks here. Notice if you're dumping in this left hip, keep the left hip drawing into center. Breathe. Maybe having a little softness in the right knee. Inhale, bending into that right knee. Well, actually, again, bring both hands to the inside of the right foot, swiveling on that left foot out, so it's out towards the right hand side. Bring the hands to the hips. Coming into a low warrior 2 here, rooting down through that front heel. Knee stacked over the ankle or thereabouts, tracking in line with the second and third toe. So just getting a feel for this shape. Hips are opening up towards the left hand side of the mat, so they're no longer stacked forward. Drawing the left hip back, open the chest towards the left side of the mat and extending through the arms. Finding a drishti over that right middle finger. Inhale, front palm flips. Exhale, Exalted Warrior, so left hand gliding down that left foot. Right arm arcs up and over. Inhale, finding Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, bring this right forearm down to the right thigh, opening up the chest towards the left hand side of the room and then casting that left hand high. Breathe, ready, rooting down through that right heel and then maybe arcing the left hand towards the front of the mat. Drawing the left shoulder back in space. Inhale, finding Warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the earth, releasing the left foot back to center. Inhale, pick the left foot up. Exhale, step that left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, a big step back with that right foot. Exhale, gentle lower down on that right knee. Inhale, rising up. Taking a pause moment to reset in this posture. So left hip's drawing back, right hip's drawing forward. Hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Invitation to find Kali Mudra again on this side. So interlacing the fingers, leaving the 2 index fingers extending high. Reconnect with your breath. Inhale, float the hands high. Exhale, arcing over towards the left hand side. Breathe into wherever you may be feeling sensation most. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, releasing the mudra, both hands plant, frame that front foot. Exhale, extend the hips back, straightening into this left leg, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana. Pressing through the left heel, drawing the left toes back and seeking lift and length through the pelvis and spine. Neck is long but relaxed. Breathe. Inhale, bending into this left knee. Bring the hands on the inside of the left foot, swiveling the right foot towards the left hand side of the mat. Rising up into very low warrior 2 on this side, root down through the left heel, gazing over that left middle finger. Arrive, inhale from palm flips, exhale exalted warrior, so left hand high, right hand down the back of the right thigh. Inhale warrior 2. Exhale, bring this left forearm to the left thigh, opening up the pelvis, the chest towards the right hand side of the mat, and maybe casting that right hand over towards the front of your mat. Coming in variation of a low side angle pose here. Breathe. Inhale, finding warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands back down to the earth to frame the front foot. Realign the right foot. Big step back with the left, pressing into the hands. Coming into plank pose or half plank, lowering the knees. Press the earth away. Lowering down either through half plank or full plank. Keeping the elbows drawing into one another. Magnetizing in towards the waist. Lowering the whole body down towards the earth, extending through one leg and then the other. Finding your Sphinx pose here. So elbows stacked under the shoulders, fingers spread wide, pressing through the tops of the feet. And it's like we're dragging the mat towards us. We don't actually do this, but you can feel things fire on. Maybe gazing down towards the belly button, seeing if we're hanging out here. Gaze down, draw the core in, and then lift the sternum, the chest forward, keeping the shoulders drawing back down. Breathe. Exhale, lowering the body back down towards the floor, press into the hands which are down by the sides of the chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, press into the tops of the feet, finding your Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, lower back down, tucking the toes. Inhale, come onto the knees. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Taking 5 breaths here, either in downward dog, table or child's pose. Reconnect to the connection points with the earth wherever you are. Reconnect to your breath. Maybe releasing any sighs out, so inhale through the nose. An audible exhale out through the mouth. Releasing all that no longer serves you here. Wherever you are, coming up into downward facing dog or table. Inhale, floating the right leg high. Exhale, drawing that right knee towards the chest and planting the foot between the hands. Before we rise, swivel on the back of that left foot, coming at about an 80-85 degrees angle, and inhale, windmill the arms open. Finding your warrior 2. So just pausing, finding alignment here. Root down through that front heel. Front knee is tracking in line with the ankle, and knee and second and third toe are running in alignment. And kind of magic this right thigh spiraling out while the left hip is drawing back. Really pressing into the knife edge of the back foot and finding a neutral pelvis. And floating the hands high and parallel towards the floor. The softness in the shoulders here as we gaze over that front middle finger. Inhale from palm flips. Exhale, exalted warrior. So right hand high, left hand glides down the back of that left leg. Inhale, finding your warrior 2. Exhale, drawing the right hip back, arms reach forward, find your Trikonasana. Exhale, lower the hands down towards, the right hand down towards that right shin or our block here. Casting the left hand high, keeping the left shoulder drawing back in space. Ready, rooting down through that front big toe. Breathing into all your angles here, all your edges. Allow the breath to soften. On the inhale, bending into that front knee, finding a verb adjustment 2. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the earth, pivoting on the back foot. Press into the hands, big step back with that right foot. Coming into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, drawing that left knee towards the chest, planting the left foot between the hands, swiveling on the back foot. Inhale, finding warrior 2. Rooting down through that front heel. Allow yourself to arrive. Reconnect with your breath. Inhale, front palm flips. Exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, come into Trikonasana, so triangle pose, straightening that left leg, reaching the hands forward, and then lowering the left hand down towards the left shin, or our block here. Opening up the pelvis, the chest to the right hand side of our mat, and maybe gazing up towards that right hand. Pressing into the left big toe, and maybe adding a gentle softness to that left leg. On the inhale, windmill the arms open, finding warrior 2, and bending into that left knee. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands back down to the earth, frame the front foot. Big step back with the left foot to meet the right. Press through the earth, finding your plank or hard plank. Breathe. Exhale, lowering the body all the way down towards the floor, releasing the one foot and then the other, pressing into the toes. Inhale to lift the chest, lift the heart, finding Bhujangasana Cobra. Keeping those elbows magnetizing in towards the waist. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, pressing to the hands, coming onto knees. And exhale, taking the hips high and back, finding your downward dog, table or child's pose here. Breathe. Wherever you are, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Press through the hands, press through the feet. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, drawing that right knee towards the chest, planting the right foot between the hands, and swiveling onto the knife edge of that back foot. Finding your warrior 2 again. Softness through the shoulders. Focus over that middle finger. Notice if we're hinging forward, like imagine somebody's tethering that left hand back in space. So the head is over the heart and the heart is over the pelvis. Heart open, feet rooted, unstoppable, unwavering, unbelievable you. Inhale, front palm flips. Exhale, exalted warrior, drawing that right shoulder down away from the ear. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, bring this right forearm towards the right thigh. Let's just bring this left hand to the left hip. Open up the hip, open up the chest, and then cast that left hand high or arc up and over, finding your extended side angle here. Gaze can be down or up towards the sky or anywhere in between. Already pressing down through that front heel and the knife edge of that back foot. Checking the knees, tracking in line with the second and third toe. Inhale, finding warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the earth. Pivoting on the back foot. Press into the hands. Stepping the left foot to meet the right. Finding your downward facing dog. I'm doing great with my words today, am I? Taking it over to the other side. So inhale, that left leg goes high. Exhale, drawing that left knee towards the chest, planting it through between the hands. Pivoting on that knife edge of the right foot. Inhale, finding warrior 2. Sink down through the feet. Feeling stable, unwavering, gazing over that front middle finger. Knowing we have the choice to be a warrior of the heart here. On and off the mat. Inhale, front palm flips. Exhale, exalted warrior. So left hand high, right hand gliding down that right leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bring this left forearm to the left thigh, opening up the pelvis, the chest to the right hand side of the mat. Casting that right hand high, or arcing it towards the front of your mat. One long line of energy from those right fingertips all the way down to that right heel. Keep that right shoulder drawing back in space. Inhale, rising up to warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the earth, pivoting on the back foot. Press through the hands, taking the left foot to meet the right, either lowering the knees or finding high plank. Breathe. Press the earth away a little bit more. Exhale, lowering all the way down towards the floor here. Releasing one foot and then the other. Press through the toes as inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, lowering back down, tucking the toes. Exhale, finding child's pose. So big toes together, knees can go wide. And reconnect. Maybe create a little potato fist with your hands so your forehead can rest down on there. Feel your breath. It hasn't left your side the whole time. When you're ready, reaching the hands forward, coming into tabletop here. So the knees are going to be stacked under the hips, hands under the shoulders, and toes can be untucked for this one if you want, or you can have them tucked. So press the tops of the feet into the earth. We're going to take a thread and a needle. So inhale, taking that left hand high any amount. Exhale, drawing that left hand under the right, sinking the left shoulder, the left ear down towards the earth. Maybe taking the right hand long or keeping it where it is. And notice if the hips are swinging out, try and keep the hips back in center. And inhale, press into the right hand and cast that left hand high. Exhale, bring that left hand down towards the earth. Taking it over to the other side now. Inhale, right hand goes high. Exhale, taking that right hand under the left, sinking the right shoulder, the right ear down towards the earth. Keeping the hips back in alignment. And maybe taking the left hand long or keeping it firmly planted where it is. When you're ready, pressing into the right hand, drawing the right hand out, casting it up towards the sky and releasing it down towards the earth. Coming to find our bottom now, so bring the hands towards the body, swiveling the legs out and coming into Dandasana. So if you want to sit on a block here, then feel free to do so. Removing any fleshy bits out from under your bottom, root down through the thighs, press through the heels, toes drawing back towards the body. And finding the head over the heart over the pelvis, and roll the shoulders down away from the ears, and the hands plant into the earth. Dandasana. Inhale, float the arms high. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming into a forward fold. You'll find a natural stopping point, so it could be up here, or maybe it's further down, wherever you find a natural stopping point. Once you reach that point, then let the back of the neck round. So we're finding lift and length out through the pelvis, lower spine, and then maybe rounding through the upper back. We can always use our block here to rest our forehead on. Just cooling down the body now. Forward folds have a calming effect on the nervous system. So activating that parasympathetic nervous system, down regulating the body. Inhale, floating back high, planting the hands either side of the body. We're going to bring the soles of the feet into one another, so creating either a longer diamond shape. All these heels can come right in towards the pelvis. Knees can go wide, and if the knees are feeling sensitive, invitation to use blocks under the knees here. And big toes can be pressing in towards one another, or the feet can peel open like a book. Inhale, growing long through the pelvis, the spine. Exhale, hinging forward any amount. I like to rest my elbows on my inner thighs. And let the breath and gravity do the rest. Maybe turning the gaze inwards here. Allowing the breath to soften and release the body. The next inhale, rising high. Planting the hands either side of the body and heel toe those feet mat width apart. And then windshield wipe the knees from left to right, making this as fast or as slow as you'd like. Extending the right leg long, either keeping the left sole of the foot planted on the inside of the right leg, or we can step the left foot over, root down through that left big toe, giving this left knee a hug with the right forearm so the little nook is hugging in towards the left knee. Grow tall, plant the left hand down. Inhale, exhale, finding rotation towards the left hand side. Really rooting down through that left big toe and drawing back with that left shoulder. With each inhale, finding lift, and with each exhale, maybe finding a little bit more rotation. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, releasing back to center. Extending through that left leg, drawing the right knee in towards the chest this time. So either keeping the right foot on the inside of the left leg, or step the right foot over, root down through the right big toe, cast the right hand behind, tenting up on the fingers, and then giving your right knee a hug with the left arm. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, finding rotation this side. Invitation maybe to take the gaze over that right shoulder. Really pressing through that left heel and toes drawing back towards the body. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, finding center. Releasing both legs out long, maybe shimmying out the legs here. Pressing into the hands, scooching your bottom slightly further forward. Inhale, reach the hands forward. Exhale, lowering the body down towards the floor. Making your way there however you want to get to, and then hugging the knees in towards the chest. Maybe rocking from side to side if that feels good for the lower back. Releasing the feet down, we're going to find a way into bridge pose, so Setu Bandhasana. So the feet are about hip distance apart, and see if you can just brush the back of the heels with your fingertips. Slight to the pelvis, slight to the shoulders. Press down through the hands. Inhale, lifting the pelvis, the lower back, middle back, keeping those thighs magnetizing into one another. Press down through the big toes. Press down through the tops of the shoulders, the back of the head, slight tuck of the chin. Stretching out the front of those quads. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the middle back, lower back, pelvis. Poking those knees in towards the chest. Release the feet back down, taking a twist here. So palms of the hands go out to a T shape. Inhale, lift the hips, shuffling them slightly over towards the right. Floating the feet off the floor, and exhale, taking the knee package over towards the left-hand side of the mat. Maybe taking the gaze over your right shoulder. If this feels a little intense on the lower back, then I invite you to use your block onto that left knee, thigh, or create a little fist for that knee package to rest on. keeping the right shoulder magnetizing down towards the earth. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, drawing the knees back to center, realigning the spine. Inhale, lift the hips, shuffling them over towards the left. Exhale, taking the knee package over towards the right hand side. Again, we can block or our fist under that right knee, and maybe gazing over towards the left hand. Left shoulder rooting down towards the earth. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, drawing the knees back to center, realigning the spine and giving the knees a big hug in towards the chest. And maybe bring the forehead to meet the knees, coming into a tiny cosmic ball, knowing you are everything you need to be in this moment. Nothing more, nothing less. Exhale, lowering the back of the head back down towards the floor and extending one and both legs out long. Coming into Shavasana. This is more of a traditional space, so allow yourself to take up space here. But if this doesn't work for you, then maybe we bend the knees, taking the feet mat distance apart and let the knees fall into one another. Take your version of Shavasana, whatever that might look like today. Shavasana, the final resting pose where we get to digest and integrate everything that we've experienced on the mat. Bring your awareness to the connection points with the earth. Allow yourself to be held here. Nothing to do, nothing to be. Releasing all effort. Surrender. I'm going to become quiet now so you can enjoy this stillness, this quiet. I'll be here to guide you out in a few moments. If time and space allows, I invite you to pause this video and stay in Shavasana for as long as serves you. If you're coming with me, then maybe bringing sensation back into the fingers, so rubbing the thumbs against the fingers here, noticing the sensation, maybe rolling the head from side to side, bringing awareness back into the body. And when you're ready, and not a moment sooner, rolling over to a side of your choosing, keeping the gaze still inwards, allowing the bottom half, the bottom arm to be a pillow for the head to rest on. And then when you feel called to do so, coming up into a comfortable seated position, pressing into the free hand, rising up, allowing the neck, head to come up last, keeping the gaze inward still. And when you arrive, bring the hands to heart center, bowing the forehead down to meet the fingers. Thanking yourself for taking the time to practice on the mat today. May you roost through the rest of your day with love, not force. Thank you.